How are you guys doing today? So as you can tell by the title, what we're talking about today is skepticism. Yes. Many of you have skepticism about almost everything in your life. Or anytime a new opportunity comes to you, you become a skeptic about it. You're always looking for why it won't work or what may go wrong. Oftentimes when you do this, this is the results that you do receive. Now, because you receive the results, then you justify your skepticism. Let me flip it on you just a little bit. You see, one of the fathers that I've had in my life, he told me the story about how he had an opportunity to invest into the Cobb Galleria area. His friends came to him and they said, we have this opportunity. They're letting us in for a price point that normally they wouldn't let people into this investment. But because of the people that I know, my contacts, they're going to let us in. Now, how many of you have had that opportunity where you had contacts who allowed you to get into programs or opportunities that normally you wouldn't, but your skepticism, your doubt kept you from doing it? That was his opportunity. He didn't take it. And years later, once the project fully unfolded itself, those people made millions of dollars and are still making money off of it. He didn't. So his family does not. Skepticism. I know many people who have gone into relationships, and as they started the relationship and got to know the person, they started developing certain skepticism about the person. Now, I'm not talking about warning signs or red flags. Those are legitimate. But when you're in a relationship and you've already built it up in your mind that this relationship is not going to last, that this relationship is going to be just like my previous relationship, that this person is going to treat me the same way the last person treated me. When you've already done that and they haven't shown anything to prove that out, your skepticism eventually will cause that person, maybe not to treat you like the last person, but it will cause that relationship to end and end badly. Because you've already taken your heart energy and made it into what you want it to be. Now you're saying to me, that's not what I want it to be. Why would I want it to be that way? Because you're thinking with your will, with your conscious mind. But your skepticism resides within your mind of your heart. The mind of your heart. You know, neurosurgeons have found out that your heart has similar synaptics to your brain, which means that your heart can bring in information, receive information, and transmit information the exact same way your brain does. You know, the ancient Egyptians, when they would mummify somebody, they would keep the heart and throw away the brain. Because they realize that through that energy of your heart, it powers your subconscious and it powers your emotions, and your emotions then create what it is you want in your life. So if you go into a situation skeptical, if you're offered an opportunity, but you're skeptical about it, then that opportunity will never work out for you. So like I'm inviting people to come online for our event on January 7th, why the law of attraction doesn't work for you and how we can make it work for you so you can have the greatest year you've ever had in your life, give you that foundation. But if you're skeptical about it, it will not work. It won't. A few months ago, I went and I was talking to a group of young ladies, and in this group, because they've only known me for 5 seconds, and I told them about these types of things that I do, but their skepticism and their distrust and their doubt, because they only saw me in jeans and t-shirts. How could I be someone who could provide them information like that? Doubt, skepticism. It will never work for them. Their lives will never change in that way from any information that I could ever provide them, because any information coming from me is covered with skepticism and doubt. The same information can come from someone else that they don't have that for, and it could work for them. You see, so that's why sometimes when you find yourself, this person tells you something, you don't believe it, you don't do it, you don't work with it, but all of a sudden another person tells you pretty much the exact same thing, you follow it, you do it, and it works. It's because with this person you had doubt and skepticism, with this person you didn't. You trusted them emphatically. So all I'm asking you guys to do is trust me. Come to the event January 7th. Listen. If you like what you hear, use it. If you don't, spit it out. Chew the meat, spit out the bone. It's up to you, because you should realize that your greatness is non-negotiable. Just like I realize that my greatness is non-negotiable. And we're going to have the greatest year we've ever had. And that year is going to be the springboard to the greatest decade, to the greatest score, to the greatest century. you've ever had, because what you're going to create is long-term momentum for your family and yourself. So hey, I'll have a great day. Enjoy this evening. Look forward to it. Hey, like I always say, your greatness is non-negotiable, and so is mine.